This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Listen, I put my phone number out there. I put my email out there for a reason. A lot of you call in and you're encouraging, and I very much appreciate that. I go through my it used to be an every single day thing. I would go through my voicemails. It's turned into a situation where it can't be every single day. There's just too many of them. But I get to them all. There are dozens, sometimes hundreds a day. And it's those heavy volume days that I have to wait until the weekends or whatever and sit down with a cup of coffee or a glass of whiskey, not in the morning, but and listen through the communication, read the emails. I appreciate it very much. And oftentimes people who are on the team disagree with me vehemently sometimes. And that's what this call is about. And I don't know if the issues that the caller has is specifically related to the YouTube algorithm and it's not delivering the content that they're looking for to them. But nonetheless, let's start this call. Let's listen to this and let's address some of these issues.
And my goodness, Jesse. Constance Smith, here we go. What do you say? A trans.
Healthcare decisions based on.
They're going to make healthcare decisions. When did you step out one damn time, Jesse Dollemore, and say about how African Americans in this country are treated like we feel more pain than your white asses?
It's true. This is true.
That we don't do that when we go to the doctor, they tell us we're pain seeking, we're drug seeking when we say we're in pain. But here you are. You're talking about medical? You're talking about medical? More black women die in childbirth than any of y'all and anybody else. Even your poor white trash. Which you guys, by the way, named poor white trash.
I grew up poor white trash.
We die.
True.
We get pushed out of communities. But you're not talking about none of that. You don't talk about none of that. You don't go find stories that focus on none of that. You don't find a way to tie your political views into any of that. So for that, Mr. Jesse Dollemore, that makes you a son of a bitch. And just like the rest of the races that you always try to call out, like I said, the Republicans, they're the rough side of the cloth. The Democrats are the same side, the soft side of the cloth, but they cut from the same cloth. Just like the people you talk about. You cut from the same cloth. They're the rough side, you the bullshit side.
Listen, if what you're saying is true, if I believed it to be true, I think you'd be onto something. And I don't know if it is a YouTube algorithm issue that you're not being served the content that addresses these very things that you're talking about. But for years, listen, I've lost audience, decent shares of my audience, and this channel has not grown as fast as it could if I was to employ some of the tactics that others in the space do. I talk about race a lot. In fact, I get criticized a lot for it, that I'm focused too much on it. I talk about white supremacy too much. I got my start on YouTube. I mean, I've been a podcaster where we talk about at a granular level the things you're talking about the mortality rates of black women in childbirth and doctors in medical school and out of medical school who believe that black skin is tougher than white skin and needles don't go in as easy. Like real stupid, damaging things that are believed. The drug-seeking behavior thing that you mentioned, absolutely true. It's true that people believe it. It's not true. But the algorithm must be failing you because I have done, in as many years, I've done 2 full, almost 20-minute videos laying out for white people an argument for reparations. You think that's popular even with white Democrats? It's not. I talk about voting rights. I just did a video about Mississippi naming April Confederate Heritage Month. And the reason they talk about it is because they don't want white children to feel uncomfortable with the CRT, but they have no concern for how black children feel going to school during Confederate Heritage Month. I can do nothing but feel I don't know if apologetic is the word because it doesn't really have much to do with me, but I definitely feel bad that you're not catching the content that I am making related to these very issues that you're so passionate about. And secondly, and let me end with this, it seemed that you were talking about trans affirming healthcare. And then you went into black women and the inequities in the healthcare system for black people. Listen, two things can be true at the same time. Is there a battle against trans Americans right now? Yes. And is there a renewed battle, at least one that still needs to be fought for equity for black Americans? Yes. But we are stronger together, and buying into some kind of a division that only this issue is important. This one is not because this one isn't helpful. I would hope, if you've watched my content for any amount of time, that you've gotten the sense that I am a fighter for justice. I'm not the type who believes that the word social justice is a pejorative. I don't even shy away from it. It is my belief that if you think social justice is a bad word, you're a bad person. If you're not passionate about social justice, there's something wrong with you. And that includes a multiplicity of intersectional identities that can all be fought for at the same time. I hope that answers your question. I hope you see this. I hope this video is delivered to you so you can watch my response. If you know who this caller was, share this video with them. What do you think? You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. You can also email me a regular old-fashioned email, like the grandpas do. daily@dollemore.com. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Follow me on social media. I am at Dollemore on Instagram and Twitter, and I'm on TikTok, the TikTok, at Dollemore. And if you want to join me, help me produce my content, be a part of this movement, please consider supporting my work. You can click the join button below this video, become a channel member for as little as $1.99 a month, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I truly love and appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for sounding off, helping move the conversation forward. It is very important. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.